Should that dot be open or closed?
Close.
Closed. On the -1. Going which way? To the right. Okay, number 3, what needs done?
-3.
-3 from both sides.
And that's 14. Right?
17, 16, 15, 14, yeah, 14. Okay, on the 14, should that be open or closed?
Close.
Closed. Going which way? The left. Okay, number 5, what needs done? Bless you.
Plus 13.
+13 on both sides. Okay, and that's gonna give you a 1. Okay, on the 1, open or closed? Open. Going which way?
Left.
To the left. Okay, 7, what needs done?
Divide by 9.
Close. I know what you mean.
By 9.
Huh?
Yeah or no?
-9, there we go. Okay, do we need to flip?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the 9 is negative, we do need to flip, and I don't know what that is. What is -108 divided by -9? Huh? -12? Well, I know it can't be a negative.
Positive 12.
You're just guessing, I don't know.
It says -12. It says 12.
Well, I know it's,
Oh,
gotta be positive, but I wasn't sure about the 12 part.
I forgot to put the negative on the 9.
That's okay. On the 12, is that gonna be open or closed? Closed. Going which way?
Right.
What? To the right. Okay, so don't forget to flip your sign, otherwise your line will be going maybe to the left when you should be going to the right, or going to the right when you should be going to the left. Okay, number 9, what needs done?
Same thing. Divide.
Divide by -2. Do we need to flip?
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, and that's gonna give us a -10. Okay, on the -10, is that gonna be open or closed?
Close.
Closed, going which way?
The right.
To the right. Okay, 11, what needs done first? -3 from both sides. Okay, so I'm gonna get k over 10 and a 1 on the other side,
Times by 10.
times by 10. Do we need to flip? No, we times by a +10, so we do not need to flip. Okay, on the 10, should that be open or closed?
Open.
Open. Going which way?
Right.
To the right. Okay,
We tell when it's like divided.
when they're like right next to each other, then that means we have to divide.
Okay.
What needs done first? On the 13.
The 6 and the 9. I mean the 8.
6 and 8 can get combined. Okay, they both have the same last name of what?
And
N. Okay, so we can put them together. What is -6 minus 8? -15? 14? -14n plus 3. And then we got a 3 on the other side. Okay, who's the third wheel? Who needs moved? Yeah, we're gonna say -3. -3. So I'm gonna get -14n. 3 minus 3 is gonna be 0. Okay, and then what needs to happen? How do we break up that couple?
divide by -14.
Divide by -14.
And we gotta flip because it's negative.
Yep, and we do need to flip. Okay, on the zeros, gonna be open or closed?
Okay.
Open. Going which way?
Right.
To the right. Okay, 15. What needs done?
The 8 and the 5.
The 8 and the 5. They both have the same last name of K, so we can put them together. What is a positive 8 plus 5?
13.
Huh?
13.
13? 13K. That's a plus 1 and a negative 12. Okay, or you can write 1 plus 13K. It's the same thing. Okay. What needs done first?
Minus 1.
Minus 1 from both sides? So I got 13K. That's going to give me a negative 13. Okay, and then what?
Divide by 13.
Divide by 13. Okay, do we need to flip our sign? No, why not? Yeah, so even though this 13 is negative and our answer, which is negative 1, is negative, we divided by, you can see I divided by 13, I divided by positive 13 on both sides. Okay, so we do not need to flip. Okay, so the sign is going to stay the same. On the negative 1, is that going to be open or closed? Open. Going which way? To the right. Okay, 17. What needs done first? Distribute. So we're going to say negative 7 times 4. What is negative 7 times 4? Negative 28. R. Negative 7 times 7. Negative 49. Hey, who's the third wheel there? Who needs to move first? The 49. So we're going to say plus 49, plus 49. So I got negative 28R. What is negative 161 plus 49? Negative 112? Okay. Then what?
Divide.
Divide by negative 28.
And flip.
Yep, we do need to flip. What is negative 112 divided by negative 28? 4? Somebody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. On the 4, should that be open or closed? Closed. Going which way?
Left.
To the left. Okay, 19. What needs done first? Distribute. So negative 5 times 7. It's going to be negative 35n. Negative 5 times negative 6 is going to be a positive 30. Okay, then what?
Minus 30.
Minus 30. What is 135 minus 30?
105.
Okay. And then what?
Divide.
Divide.
And then flip.
105 divided by negative 35. Negative 3? Somebody agree? Yes? Yeah. Okay, on the negative 3, is that open or closed? Open. Going which way?
Left.
To the left. Okay, the next section here is the compound inequalities. What does an OR look like?
Out.
ORs go out. What does an AND look like?
Go in.
They go in. Can I have one shaded and one not shaded?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have one dot that's shaded and one that's not shaded, or you can have both shaded or both open, okay? Open and close, whatever, okay? But you cannot have one that's going in and one that's going out, okay? Because really what happens is they're gonna connect and then you're just having one inequality, okay? They both have to go in or they both have to go out, okay? So, this first one I got 8R. 48, what needs done?
Divide by 8.
Divide by 8. So that's gonna give me a 6. The second one, I got R plus 7. What needs done on that one?
-7.
Minus 7 on both sides. So I'm gonna get a -3. Okay, on the -3, is that gonna be open or closed? Closed. Okay, what about the 6? It's gonna be open. I made a mistake. What is it? I did put it on the +3. Okay, it should be on the -3. Okay, mine should be way down here. Okay, and again, see how one of our dots is a solid dot and the other one is not? That's totally fine. Okay, is this an and or an or? And, so should they be pointed in or out? In. Okay, and really you can read this. If we look at the 6, which way should this one go, the line? Pointed this way, okay? And so if this one's pointed this way, and again, you can read this one, it should be going that way. And so that's how they connect, okay? But if you have the and or memorized, then you don't even really have to read it, okay? But you can read it. Okay, 23. What needs done on the first one?
+5.
+5. Okay, so we're gonna say +5 and a +5. What is -8 plus 5? -3. Okay, and for the second equation, I got 1 minus 10R and a -29.
-1.
Good job, -1. Okay, so I'm gonna get a -10R and a -30.
Divide by 10.
-10.
And then flip.
We do need to flip. Okay, what happens on these ones if you forget to flip? Although you're gonna see the or and draw them out, that's not gonna be right if you would read it, okay? Because one would be end up pointed in and one would be pointed out, okay? So the flipping on these ones is especially important, okay? On the -3, is that gonna be open or closed? Closed. What about the +3?
Closed.
Is also closed, okay? And is this an and or an or? Or, and we can read this. If I look at the -3, which way is it saying to point the arrow? To the left, and the +3 is saying point it to the right. Yeah. Okay, 25 we're gonna cross off. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, 27, where does line 1 start? At +2. What is my slope? 1/1, okay? And you should be at least making 2 dots. However, in this case, so my line is straight, I'm gonna make just an outline so I can kind of follow it. Okay, is this line gonna be a solid or dotted line? It is gonna be a dotted line. Okay, should we be shading above or below? Above, okay? And I don't expect you to have these memorized, okay? If you have the notes on your other sheet, then that's great, okay? If you were not here yesterday, then you definitely need to pull that video or I will give you the notes to at least put on this sheet, okay? Line 2, where does it start? -2. What is my slope? 5 over 1. So I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1 this way. Okay, should that line be solid or dotted? Should be a dotted line. Okay, and you are going to need an intersection, so draw carefully. Okay, is this one going to get shaded above or below? Above. Okay, so this really big section is going to be our solution area. Okay, so realistically, you should have this dark gray shaded section, a very baby light gray shaded section, a no shaded section, and another light gray shaded section. Okay, so this baby section here, make sure that I can see it, okay, on your test, because that's what I'm going to be looking for, okay, is all 4 of those sections. So when you make your lines, you need to try to make them as straight as possible. So that way, when that section happens, even if it's a little tiny one, that I can still see it, okay? You guys have 14 to do.